Okay guys, all you need for this section is the cake of your choice, whether it's round or square. You'll need a cake board, you'll need some fondant icing, which is roll out icing, and you will need your rolling pin. You also need the buttercream that I made earlier. So to cover this cake, I've made a sandwich cake, and we are going to fill the inside with buttercream and jam and then put them together as a sandwich and build it up.
If you just wrap them, it keeps it quite fresh. So I basically wrapped mine. You can see my cake here. In the middle of the cake. Now my cake broke, but that is absolutely fine. Because once you decorate it, you're not going to notice it.
So now we're going to assess the cake to see if there are any burnt bits, because sometimes it can get burnt. If it's burnt, we'll cut those off. So I'm going to put the cakes together to see if they are level.
I don't even need to do anything. What you might need to do sometimes is cut the top off because your cake has a bit of a kind of rise in it. This hasn't got that, so this is good. So I can just get to work.
So now I'm going to just show you how to clean the board. So I would put some water and wipe it with tissue. I'm making a cake for somebody, so I'm using a board. But if you're making a cake at home, you don't really need one. You could use a plate. So now I'm going to place some buttercream in the middle of the board. And this is to keep the cake secure so it doesn't start sliding off. Just need a little bit and you just move it around. And then once you've done that, you just place the cake on top and press it down firm.
What you use now is use like this, or just a normal knife.
Now we're going to place some jam on the other sandwich cake. I put quite a bit of jam in this on my cake, but sometimes you want to be careful because too much jam will make it slide around and it'll be difficult to decorate. So maybe just start with a little in the middle and leaving the edge without any jam. So now I'm going to crumb coat the cake with the first layer of buttercream. This is to just lock in all the bits of cake. You may want to put your cake in the fridge first just to set, so when you're layering the buttercream, it doesn't move around. So this is what it would look like. I then put it in the fridge for an hour to set. And then I'm now going to give it its second layer of buttercream. Now you want to give it a nice layer of buttercream so you can't see any of the cake. So once you've put your buttercream on, you're going to smooth it out so it's all level and one smooth layer. As you can see, there's like little ripples in the side, so I tried to smooth that out. Sometimes it's good to clean the spatula or knife whilst you're doing that, so you're not just carrying more buttercream around the cake. And then if you see any little gaps, just add some buttercream and smooth it out. Once I've finished buttercreaming the cake, I'm just going to wipe off the board of any excess buttercream that's dropped on there, as you can see. You can use your finger, wrap it in some tissue. You can wet the tissue if you like, and then just wipe the board. So once we finish cleaning off the board, we're then going to put it in the fridge and let it set for about 1 hour until it's quite firm. So now that I've taken it out of the fridge, I just touch it, it's nice and firm. So now I'm going to put a little bit more buttercream before putting it back in the fridge to do the final stage. For this section, I like to use a kitchen towel to clean my hands, the surface, and anything else I'm going to be using, just so it doesn't transfer onto the rollout icing. So this is quite hard on the outside, it's soft on the inside, so we're going to need to soften it. And how we're going to do this is we're going to knead it. So if any of you lot have made dumplings in the kitchen or you played with Play-Doh, you have to kind of knead it out. So we're going to spend a bit of time just doing that. So we're going to add some icing sugar to the surface. This is to ensure that the icing sugar doesn't stick. Sorry, the icing doesn't stick to the surface. So you just rub it out and then you just, in the palm of your hand, press down and push. Keep doing that.
Voila! Right. You might have these at home. They're a smoothing tool, really good. I'll show you the basic without it, but then I'll show you what you need it. My hands are really dry. What we'll also do is we'll wipe these down as well.
When you go to start rolling out the icing, it's best that you don't turn it over. You just want to roll and turn, roll and turn. And I'm going to show you how to do that now.
I'm just going to roll it up. So you're going to roll it and turn. Roll it and turn.
It's important to keep turning so it doesn't stick to your surface. If you have a measuring tape in the kitchen or something long, I just used a rolling pin as it's 6 inches long, just to make sure it was gonna be the same length to fit around the cake.
You get the icing, get to the edge. You want to place it so it's middle of the cake, so you've got equal amount on each side. Roll over like that. So you're going to flatten the top so you don't get no bubbles. And I'm going to cut some of this off. So I knew I didn't need this. I knew that this was a lot of icing, this cake, but So what you're going to do, curve your hand and place it in like that. Then you're going to turn it, open it out a bit, and just repeat that all the way round. Now, if you have a pizza cutter, you can use a pizza cutter. If not, you just use a knife. I'll do that first. So I'm going to use this side. I'm going to go close up to the cake now.
So I had a lot of icing left over. So what you can do is just get a freezer bag, wrap it in the bag, tie it up, and it will last, or put an airtight container and it will last for up to 2 weeks.
And that is how you cover a basic cake.
Hi guys, so I hope you enjoyed that session. So don't forget, if you do follow along and create either the buttercream or the cake, do share with us, send in your pictures. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our online, weekly, daily, and also follow us on our social platforms.